Hey class, Absolute 5 here. Today we're going to cover division. So division is just a faster form of subtraction. So it's the opposite concept of multiplication because multiplication is with addition and division with subtraction. It's just a faster way of doing it. So what am I talking about? So whenever you're dividing whole numbers, it's always the concept of the process of separating a quantity into equal parts. Pretty much is called is division. Pretty much, it's just division. Whenever you're trying to break something into smaller pieces, it's division. So, for example, if I wanted 3 to divide into 75, or another way to say it is, can I break up 75 into 3 equal parts? Yes, I can. Due to when you actually do the division, your answer is going to be 25. Now, let's give names to each of these things. So first off, the 3 in the front is called the divisor. The number on top is called the quotient. And the number inside the bar, we call it, is called the dividend. Now this can be represented in a few ways because remember, there's this way to do division, and there's also rewriting it as 75 divided by 3 because this is the top number to the bottom. So therefore, 3 has to divide into 75. Therefore, 3 goes into this as well. So understand that there's another way to show this, but the concept of division is useful, especially when we have to deal with some properties here. We have 2 specific properties that are very unique to division. So it's important to know these properties. Division properties of 1 and 0. So for the first one, the quotient of any number except 0 and that same number is 1. So what is it talking about? It's talking about if I have, let's say, 8 and that's being divided by 8, no matter what, 8 goes into 8 one time each, so my result is 1. Obviously, if it's 0 over 0, it won't happen. I'm going to explain that in a second why it won't happen. Let's try another example. What about 5 over 5? Same thing. 5 goes into 5 one time. These are just slashes. I just put slashes to the numbers. That's just the habit I like doing. And then put like a 1 right next to it. Now, also another important thing is, for 1 anyway, the quotient of any number and 1 is that same number. Now, what do I mean by that? The quotient, so meaning 9 over 1, this is the quotient. So anytime 1 is the denominator, is going to be that same number. And this is true for any number, including 0. That's the difference. This one states if 0 is in the denominator, something happens. I'm going to explain what happens later. And if 1 is in the denominator, no matter what, 1 divides into 9 times. That's why whenever you see a number, put a 1 in the denominator for that number, it's essentially going to be that same number. So these two are the same. Same goes for, let's say, 3 over 1. That's just going to be 3 because 1 goes into it 3 times. Okay, so now let's understand the concept of 0 and why that property is important. All right, 0. So the quotient of 0 and any number except 0 is 0. So the quotient means the top part. So like I said, this is from left to right. This is the same as 0 over 9, or let's have another example. So these two are the same, so it's going to be 0. And also 0 over 5 is going to be 0. Now, I want you to pause the video right now. Pause the video right now. Ask yourself, is 3 over 0, 0? Yes or no? If it's not, then understand that the answer is no. It's never 0. It's impossible. To this day, we mathematicians are still trying to figure out what is 0 in the denominator. So, how we like to word it, it's basically the quotient of any number and 0 is not a number. So if you have 3 over 0, 0 as a divisor, or even 3 divided by 0, are undefined. So very important to note that. So if someone were to throw this question at you, you simply say it's undefined because it's not a number. We don't know what 0 in the denominator means. And I bet you $1 right now, you put any of these numbers in your calculator, you get an error sign. I promise you. So that's the lesson for you guys for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Be sure to smash that like button for more content. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It will help me out big time. And be sure to always always remember that math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. This has been Roger Palomino. Take care.